all Renegades of Puck to the trenches. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. You're watching Renegades of Puck TV, a unique hockey experience, the essence of no half-stepping. You can join me right here in the bunker each and every day on Renegades of Puck TV as we get you educated, informed, and entertained on the topic of Nashville Predators hockey across the landscape of Middle Tennessee and well beyond the borders. We're digging our trenches inch by inch and foot by foot into each and every hockey market out there. So you Renegades of Puck, well, are you? Absolutely. If you're watching this, you already are. But if you need to do the self-test, go ahead and ask yourself. You got the fire, you got the fury, you got the passion. Do you love the glorious game that we are talking about right now? Do you get all fired up anytime you start talking about hockey? What is it that gets you going? Is it going into the hard areas, the dirty areas, going to the net, winning face-off, scoring big goals, celebrations, whatever it is that gets you going in the world of hockey? That's what we are here to do. So renegadesofpuck.com is your one-stop shop to get all the information about the Renegades of Puck, how you can buy our merchandise. We've got it marked down right now. We're getting new t-shirt designs coming in very soon. So I've marked down the original Renegades of Puck t-shirt logo, this Renegades of Puck logo right behind me right here. That's the t-shirt you'll find. You can get it in any color you want, any size, any style. We've got all kinds of different things available. Just go ahead and hit renegadesofpuck.com and you'll find the link to our merchandise page. And when we get those new t-shirts, we will be letting you know immediately. Hey, we've also got socks, throw pillows, hats. We've got everything. We've sold out so you can buy in, partner with the Renegades of Puck. Also, social media, all of the different platforms. You need to be following us. Help us out. Give us a like on Facebook. Give us a follow on Twitter at Renegades of Puck. Twitch, of course, you know, the behind-the-scenes channel. So many of you have been jumping in and joining us. Not only do you get the information first on Twitch through the live stream and a totally different perspective, but you also get to see exactly what happens behind the scenes. Just today, had a nice long chat with the Renegades about a whole different bunch of topics that's going on in life. I know that they were really appreciative of it, and I was appreciative that they were there to listen. So that's the Twitch platform. You need to go ahead and follow that. It's the same show, but it's very different. You get the information sooner. You get to see behind the scenes. And, of course, you need to go ahead and follow that YouTube channel. YouTube, subscribe, 100 plus now. That's why I gave you some bonus content and told you a secret story in the last time that we talked right here on Renegades of Puck TV. Keep getting those subscriptions up, and I'll keep delivering the goods and bringing you more and more unique information and stories that you've probably never had the opportunity to hear about across the hockey landscape. That covers the social media landscape. Just anywhere you can find the Renegades of Puck, just help us out. Now, quickly, about the partners and how you can be a partner with the Renegades of Puck. Rebirth Sports, cannot wait. Got a big email going out to Rebirth Sports about a whole bunch of ideas I've gotten. I can't wait to hear what they have to say back. They've been such a great partner to me over the last couple of seasons. Look at this fantastic jersey right here. I've shown you examples of plenty of the jerseys. The team I played for so many seasons, the Mighty Drunks, every year a brand new jersey. When we went to Minnesota and were in the United States National Pond Hockey Championships, everybody was asking about the gear that we got from Rebirth Sports. They can take care of you, your hockey club, and all kinds of other needs. I'll get you more details and more information about them soon. Stripe Design and Digital Solutions. That is the place to go. That's who designed our logo right here. That is who is helping me manage renegadesofpuck.com and helping solve so many other problems when it comes to the technical realm of Renegades of Puck TV. Stripe Digital Solutions is the company I work with, and it's the company I will always work with here at Renegades of Puck TV. And, of course, Strong Style Fit. Over 150 videos already on demand on YouTube, ready for you to choose whatever it is you want to do. Organized into playlists from beginner to well above average and expert. Strong Style Fitness has everything that you need to go ahead and get yourself moving, motivated, and get yourself in shape. Doing a fantastic job over there. Again, live on-demand fitness workouts from Strong Style Fitness. And you can be a partner. Several of you have already jumped in the trenches, and I am so appreciative of you. Thanks so much, Hobbs. I got that cup of coffee, and I got myself going, and that's all it takes. A cup of coffee keeps the Renegades of Puck moving, keeps the lights on, and we're going to keep investing back into the show and into the host and keeping the host up and moving. So we sure do appreciate you out there. If you'd like to donate even up $1, Venmo, here's the QR code. It's right on the screen. Go ahead, scan it. It'll help you get there. If not, go on your desktop, your browser, your phone, wherever, and just put in Renegades of Puck in Venmo, and you will find us. Give us anything that you can to help us move. Built by Renegades for Renegades. That's what we're here to do. It's no half-stepping, and we're only here because you support us. So however it is you choose to support us by listening, viewing, clicking, subscribing, or donating, it is so extremely appreciated, and it is also needed to keep this thing up and running. I have ideas. I just talked about a cookout that I would like to do. I want to have a Renegades of Puck all skate. I want to get all kinds of new different things going on, and I want to do a meetup somewhere down around a Nashville Predators game. All of these things, unfortunately, cost money. We're going to have to get a venue. We're going to have to get things taken care of. So support us and let us reinvest that money into the show, into something for all of the Renegades. Thank you so much for tuning in to Renegades of Puck TV. Listen, I got to get to the goods. I got to get to the debriefing because the Nashville Predators picked up their second home win of the season and their second consecutive win on this early season last night at Bridgestone Arena when they faced off for the first time in this season against the San Jose Sharks. It was Forsberg, Granlund, and Duchesne on your first line, Tolvanen, Johansson, and Cunnin, and it's just great to see Tolvanen back out there after the very scary fall he took in the corner in Minnesota. Trennan, Sissons, and Jeneau are the herd line as they've become known. Cousins, Novak, and Tomasino make up your fourth line. Defensive pairings, Yossi and Fabro, Ekholm and Carrier, Borbietsky, and Benning on your third pair, and UC Saros back in the net after Connor Ingram's first career NHL victory in Minnesota over the weekend. Just 1 minute and 1 second into the game at Bridgestone Arena, Nick Bonino is returning for San Jose, and he's also going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, and that is when Matt Duchesne would capitalize on the power play, scoring his second goal of the season. It will be a wrist shot from the high slot off of the rush. To be honest with you, nothing too dramatic or impressive about this. Just a good wrist shot from out high that goes ahead and absolutely beats the goaltender for the San Jose Sharks. You see Nashville get a 1-0 lead at this point. At 3:07 of the first period, Sissons gets a good chance, stopped by Reimer for 43. Saros save on Hurdle's partial breakaway. He closes the 5-hole and does a great job on that opportunity there. At 7:03 of the first, Jeneau is stopped by Reimer on the doorstop. 7:47, Forsberg is clinking one off of the iron, and then we hit the 15-minute mark as the play just went between the circles for a while there in the first period. At the 15-minute mark, the Preds start a scrum in the D zone. They start scrambling all over the place. The Sharks cannot capitalize on this opportunity as the Nashville Predators are just running around all over the ice. At 16:51, UC Saros comes up with a save on Burns' wraparound attempt. At 16:59, Duchesne's off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. UC Saros would have to come up with a save on a long shot plus some rebound jam. San Jose, as a matter of fact, had numerous shot attempts, one-timers coming from just about everywhere. Seemed like that's all San Jose did for almost 2 minutes straight was pass and shoot, pass and shoot. Luckily for the Nashville Predators, most of those opportunities were either easy to see by UC Saros or being kept so far to the outside that they frankly just weren't dangerous at all. We hit the end of the first period. The Preds have a 1-0 lead on home ice. Shots even at 9 apiece. Just 6 seconds into the second period, Tanner Jeneau is off to the box. 2 minutes for high sticking. We see plenty of zone time again for San Jose, but UC Saros comes up strong. We do see a 3-on-1 just after the power play. Trennan, though, cannot beat Reimer. Took the shot from the middle position and just could not beat the goaltender. 5:35, Yossi drives the net for a good scoring chance for the Nashville Predators. And at 5:48, Carrier off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. UC Saros comes up with a save on Couture from the low slot, and it's a bend not break penalty kill for the Nashville Predators. This San Jose team, when they have enough energy and they're out there on the power play, they look like they could be a very dangerous team. I'm not sure that this particular game was truly representative of what the Sharks can bring in totality, but that Sharks power play looked very good and very strong. The Nashville Predators doing a very good job in this game at this point on the penalty kill. 8:19, Duchesne is stopped by Reimer off of the rush. At 8:39, UC Saros comes up with a big save right before Forsberg puts in his third goal of the season at 12:31. It was Yossi hitting Forsberg in the slot. The wrist shot beats Reimer. As a matter of fact, it goes right off of Reimer's glove and into the net. So Philip Forsberg puts the Nashville Predators up 2-0 at Bridgestone Arena. 14:39. Trennan can't connect. Clean on Sissons' sauce pass on the 2-on-1 of the Nashville Predators. Miss a great opportunity to scoring chance. They hit the intermission with a 2-0 lead. San Jose now leading in shots 21-19. In the third period, 1:54 into the third period, Reimer stops Yossi with a desperation reach back save. Good start to the period for the Nashville Predators. They're very crisp. San Jose very much looking like a team that is at the back end of a very long road trip in the early part of this season. They look look like they've got third period road trip legs, and they're ready to get out of Bridgestone Arena. 5:27. Ekholm breaks up a 2-on-1 pass that would have been a great scoring opportunity for the San Jose Sharks. San Jose just cannot string together back-to-back good plays. I think it's because they're road weary, and frankly, they're getting a bit tired in this game. But just as I finish taking that note, some time would pass by. But at 11:54, Timo Meier with his fourth goal of the season, cutting the Preds lead in half. Now 2-1 in favor of the Preds. Just incredible jam on the second rebound opportunity after a face-off scrum and win by the San Jose Sharks. Listen, that's not a goal that you wanted to see scored against you, Nashville Predators fans, but go back and watch this thing and check it out frame by frame. Just some simply impressive effort there and hand-eye coordination by Timo Meier to score that goal and cut the Nashville Predators lead to 2-1. At 15:49, VL looks like he's about to tie this game up. He pops out of the scrum and shoots for a wide open net, and Ryan Johansson comes through, getting his stick directly in the way and deflecting that shot out of harm's way, and then remaining calm enough and collected enough to find the shot after it went off of his stick and went down around the outside of the post, and then get that puck and clear it into the corner before any San Jose Sharks could sneak in behind him and tuck that rebound into the empty net. UC Saros, every one of the Nashville Predators other than Ryan Johansson, tied up in the scrum, focusing on the scrum, and then suddenly Ryan Johansson gets a stick on it twice to go ahead and clear it out of harm's way. This would turn out to be the biggest defensive play of the game for the Nashville Predators. At 16:09, Reimer stops Tomasino's breakaway, so right after Ryan Johansson stops that opportunity, you see Tomasino on a breakaway, but he can't beat Reimer. Empty net with 1:27 remaining, and it's Mikael Granlund getting his second goal of the season, just in front of his own net, in the slot in front of UC Saros. He throws it the length of the ice and gets the curl, gets the shot into the net, and the Nashville Predators pick up their third goal of the game, and they win this game 3-1. They get outshot by San Jose 29-26, but they do come away with the victory. I think on a different night, San Jose might have come out of this one with a very different result. They look like a team that could be very strong and very difficult to deal with this season. On the power play alone, they were just absolutely buzzing. Now, they could just be off to a good start, and they may not turn out to be a very good team. But I think without being so road weary last night, the Nashville Predators would not have gotten out of there with this 2-1 victory with the empty net goal, making it 3-1. They sat back a little too much up 2-0 and tried to protect, and I think the weary legs of San Jose, even as tired as they were still able to scrape together a little bit, make it a game, make it interesting. And Timo Meier, there's a couple of guys on San Jose that always seem to have the Nashville Predators number, and Timo Meier is absolutely one of them, and he's off to such a great start on the season overall. UC Saros was back in net at Bridgestone Arena. The Nashville Predators get their second home win of the season at Bridgestone Arena, and for Saros, the numbers were 28 out of 29. Timo Meier with simply the incredible individual effort, multiple attempts before tipping it out of midair and into the net. So UC Saros, I felt overall, had a strong game as 28 out of 29. But you know who I need to hear from about this game. I need to hear from the starting goaltender of the Renegades of Puck. You can find him on Twitter at GreekGoalie35. He is, of course, Mostradamus. He's going to tell us everything that happened tonight between Saros and Reimer.
Thank you very much, Charlie. The Nashville Predators come out with a hard-fought victory over a road-weary San Jose Sharks team, who lost their second in a row on the road. Final score 3-1, of course, with the empty net goal by Mikael Granlund. Between the pipes, UC Saros was brilliant, as we expected him to be after a bad performance against Winnipeg. I talked about it last time. Last time he gave up 6 goals. He went on that miraculous run last season where he went 11 straight games without giving up more than 2 goals per game. And the other time he gave up 6 goals last season, he got a shutout. Brilliant performance by UC Saros. The Preds did a good job defensively, not giving up too many high-danger scoring chances by the San Jose Sharks until later on in the game when they were very desperate and started pushing the pace a little bit as one last gasp to try to tie that game up. And all credit, of course, to Ryan Johansson. Of course, the Sharks would have tied the game had it not been for his awareness with his stick to block that attempted shot to go in and then eventually clear the puck. So the Preds do end up with the victory. The other side, James Reimer, talked about him again, 7-1 in his career against the Nashville Predators. Only gave up 2 goals and not enough goal support for him to get the victory in this one. He would probably like the first goal back from Matt Duchene. Yes, it was a nice play, get into the zone with some speed, a power play goal. It was basically just a rush coming in. Probably didn't expect him to shoot it, but you could tell he just kind of waved at it with his glove and came up empty, of course, to give Duchene that goal. And the Predators, a very early 1-0 lead, had the Sharks chasing the rest of the game. So The good job of the Preds, though, they stayed in front, didn't allow the Sharks, again, a whole lot of high-danger opportunities to get back in the game. And again, it could be also that the Sharks, their last of a 5-game road trip, always hard to get through those types of games when you're looking forward to coming home.
Thanks so much, Mosh. I sure do appreciate you. The people can find you, because you're always up for the interaction, on Twitter at GreekGoalie35, or they can just watch Renegades of Puck TV and see you right here on this show. Also, let's get into the box score before we kick it over to the Renegade Analytics desk. Your goal scorers in this game for the Nashville Predators: Duchesne, Forsberg, and Granlund. You love to see the top names, the top contracts, the top guys getting the goals, scoring the points, and taking care of business. And Duchesne, Forsberg, and Granlund did that in this game. As a matter of fact, it's Forsberg with the game winner. Duchesne gets that first goal of the game. The Preds played from in front this entire game. Assists go to Ryan Johansson, Alex Carrier, Dante Fabro, and the captain, Roman Josi, finishes the game with another 2-point night, 2 assists in this game. Shots on goal: Matt Duchesne generated 5. Roman Josi also generated 5 on net. In the time on ice category, it was Mikael Granlund leading the forwards at 20-50. And of course, when you look down at the defenseman, Roman Josi almost always leads the defenseman, if not the entire team, in time on ice. 23-25, no exception in this one. And I've absolutely got to give stick taps to the penalty kill unit for this Nashville Predators team. They gave up 2 against in the first game of the season, and since then, they have righted the ship and just looked great. In this game, they held San Jose to 0 for 3, even though San Jose had plenty of power play shots against. And this looks like time on ice-wise, Sissons, 323 out of the forward grouping, and out of the D group, Benning and Borowiecki at 344 and 309. Stick taps to you guys. That was a great effort on the penalty kill. San Jose was buzzing, putting on plenty of pressure, and they've got plenty of talent out there to get things done. I've given you a couple of numbers, but you know who's got plenty more numbers and usually much better than mine? He is, of course, the leader of the Renegade Analytics desk. He's got the numbers that you need to know, and he's also got some other special work for us on this presentation here on Renegades of Puck TV. You can find his work at ontheforecheck.com. You can also find him here on Renegades of Puck TV and on Twitter at Brian Baston. Brian, at the Renegade Analytics desk, it's all yours, my friend.
Thanks, Charlie. As you mentioned, I was at Bridgestone Arena last night for the Predators' 3-1 win over the San Jose Sharks, and tonight I'm going to give you the best of both worlds. First, my notes and observations and my recap from the game, plus my one big stat, so let's get going. One of the first things I noticed last night, and have noticed more and more each game this season, is how aggressive Nashville has been on the forecheck, especially by the younger players. One of the guys that's always swarming to the puck and delivering hits is one that you may not expect if you just looked at his draft profile, and that is Eeli Tolvanen. Coach John Hines said after the game that all the younger players have to take on these responsibilities, both with and without the puck, and Eeli Tolvanen has continuously been one of the most aggressive and effective forecheckers on the ice. In what might not come as a surprise to anybody with eyes, I also want to talk about the play of the Jeneau, Sissons, and Trenin line. Once again, they had a tremendous game at 5-on-5, and while it didn't result in any goals, the Predators had more shot attempts while they were on the ice, with a 10-4 advantage than the Sharks. They also led all 4 lines with 2 high-danger chances together. But what is most impressive is that they had the advantage on shot attempts and shot quality, all while taking 75% of their faceoffs in the defensive zone. Speaking of that line, according to EvolvingHockey.com, the Sissons line ranks 6th in the entire NHL at 5-on-5, with lines that have been together for more than 30 minutes on the ice. 6th. Some of the lines ahead of them, Brad Marchand's line in Boston, Nikita Kucherov in Tampa, and Kopitar and good old Victor Arvidsson in Los Angeles. I'd say that's pretty good company for a 3rd or 4th line. They have also yet to give up a single goal while they were on the ice. And that brings me to my one big stat. Now, I tracked zone entry transitions last night, and while it was no surprise that Roman Josi was his usual self, the captain had 8 entry attempts, 6 of which were controlled entries. Another player is starting to make a name for himself moving the puck, and that is, of course, Tanner Jeneau. We've all seen him score, and unfortunately we've also seen him lead the team in penalty minutes, but last night he had 7 entry attempts, 1 less than Josi, 4 of which were controlled, with 1 pass in and 2 dump ins. That's the type of development you want to see out of your second-year player. He's developing his game, both scoring, defense, and being an aggressive forechecker, while he's carrying the puck, too. So I would say that the development for guys like Eeli Tolvanen and Tanner Jeneau, and of course Yakov Trenin, Jeneau's line mate, have been very encouraging for this team going forward into the future.
You can find Brian's charts, his work, and his numbers at ontheforecheck.com. Love that, guys. Stick taps. Brian, sure to appreciate everything you are doing, jumping in the deep end of the trenches with the Renegades of Puck. Listen, it's not easy when you got to crunch the numbers for the Renegades, and Brian does it incredibly well. Kyle Perkins, you've been checking out his work, just incredible, giving us the visuals that we need to go ahead and make Renegades of Puck TV happen. He's doing such good work. The audience is loving it. I am loving it. Kyle Perkins, you're doing an incredible job. I just want to make sure I mention that. Everybody needs to be following at KPerk68. Go ahead and give him a follow if you're not already. He is helping out the show so tremendously. And before we get on out of here, another guy who's helping out the show so tremendously is, of course, the ultimate one, the ultimate Predator. Last night, just running around with a couple of his good buddies. Wherever there's a title belt to be found, you can usually spot a couple of professional wrestlers, and that's right. That's the ultimate one with WWE superstar and heavyweight champion Drew McIntyre. The ultimate one runs with a select group, man. Champions are always together. So great to see those guys hanging out at Bridgestone Arena last night and having a good time and representing the Renegades of Puck. And it's always good to see Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and all the other fellas here in town enjoying. Of course, you probably heard the announcement. If you are into the wrestling community, the wrestling world at all, WWE SummerSlam will be coming to Nissan Stadium this next summer. So you'll have a Stadium Series game and SummerSlam at Nissan Stadium in the same year. It's going to be a pretty fun year to be here in the city as far as major, large-scale events go. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you out there at every one of those. Let's get together. Let's meet up, Renegades. It's always a blast seeing every year. Right before we head on out the door, let me just tell you, your captain, Roman Josi, is absolutely delivering the goods. 3 goals, 6 assists. That's 9 points in 7 games played this season. He is off to a red-hot start. He is leading this team, and you've got to anticipate over the course of a full 82-game season, he is going to be able to just pile up the numbers this year. I truly believe Roman Josi is going to have a very, very special year on the offensive side of things. He's already had those years, but I think this one's going to be even more incredible. Remember, check us out at renegadesofpuck.com. Follow us on all the different social media sites. Let the other Renegades in your life know about us, one renegade at a time. It's okay if it takes a little while. I don't expect instant success here in the trenches. Renegades of Puck are willing to do things the hard way. They know how to step and way. You go find those Renegades one by one, and you bring them to me. I'll talk to each and every one of them. Oh, one more thing. Before I say it, there's a partnership possibly coming that I'm in discussion with. Some of you might know 1 or 2 things about it, but you don't know anything about it yet. Trust me, a partnership in the wrestling world, a partnership in the broadcasting world, there are things happening faster than you could ever imagine, Renegades of Puck. Stay tuned. Stay with us. I need you guys, and I love you guys. Hey, that's it for Renegades of Puck TV. That'll wrap up today's debriefing. We'll be back tomorrow with a briefing of the New York Islanders. The Nashville Predators will take on the Islanders in their next home game before heading out on a lengthy road trip that will take place on Saturday afternoon at Bridgestone Arena. The Preds are 2-3 on home ice so far. They look to even up to 500 before heading out to the Northwest on the good old CMA road trip. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. Thank you so much for watching. Stick taps, love, respect.